I'm making a little yoga video today to share because I shared a 10-minute yoga flow recently, and some of my friends said, hey, why don't you make more of those? And I went for a hike today, had a really sweet day off, and this evening I'm like wanting to move my body and stretch and move in a way that feels restorative but also dynamic. And I thought, maybe if at the end of the day I want to do this type of movement, maybe somebody else wants to do this type of movement as well. And I thought, oh no, I don't have something prepared. I can't capture it. Oh no, I don't know if I love my outfit, and I didn't really do my makeup for this video. And I thought, that actually doesn't matter. So that shouldn't stop me from sharing yoga. Start to breathe in a more conscious way. Notice the parts of you that expand as you take a breath in, and the parts of you that release as you release the breath. Where is there tightness? Where is there holding? And can you notice the tightness of the holding without noticing it as a bad thing? And then can you notice any spaciousness? Can you notice any ease and not notice it as a good thing? We'll take 3 clearing breaths. Inhale next through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale completely out your mouth. And again, inhale through your nose. Exhale all of it out your mouth. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. As you inhale, feel for creating more space, more length. As you exhale, feel for releasing something. As you inhale, create more space. And as you exhale, root down. As you inhale, create more space. As you exhale, feel the ground. Let your eyes open. Come into a tabletop shape. And I recommend having something underneath your knees. So I use a blanket folded up a couple of times. And it could feel generous. You could be generous with your knees. So give yourself something really cushy to support your knee joints, and plant your hands under your shoulders. Let's keep toes tucked under for now. Stay here looking down between your thumbs. Take an inhale. As you exhale, look over your right shoulder and wag your tail to the right. Feel space in between your left side ribs. Inhale to center, look down. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, wag your tail to the left. See if your spine can stay really neutral rather than arched or rounded. So it's really just the lateral movement that's happening. Inhale through center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, wag your tail to the right. Does it feel the same this second time, or does it feel different? Inhale to center, look down. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, wag your tail to the left, spread the spaces between your right side ribs. Once again, each side, inhale through center. Exhale, as you look over your right shoulder, wag your tail to the right. Notice how your hands respond to this action. How does the feeling of your hands against the ground change? Inhale through center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Wag your tail to the left. Inhale to center. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, release your belly towards the ground, arch your back, look forward, tilt your tailbone up. As you exhale, spread the space between your shoulder blades, root your fingertips down, keep your toes tucked under, and sit your hips back towards your heels towards the end of that exhale. As you inhale, maybe your elbows come down to the floor, reach your heart forward between your thumbs, your belly gets kind of close to your mat, and then you extend your arms. Exhale, spread the space between your shoulder blades, sit your hips back towards your heels, breathe, exhale. Maybe elbows come down to the ground. As you inhale, slide your heart forward, press your fingertips into the ground to extend your arms. Exhale, spread the space between your shoulder blades, root your fingertips down, sit your booty back towards your heels. As you inhale, come forward, crawl forward. As you exhale, find a neutral shape for your spine. There's a line of energy from the crown of your head to the edge of your tailbone. As you inhale, sweep your right arm up, look up towards your right thumb. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, turn your right ear down towards the floor. Press into the ground with your left hand, inhale, right arm reaches up. I just heard my spine crack. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, turn your right ear to the floor. What's your left hand doing? Just notice. Inhale through center, arm reaches up. Exhale, right arm underneath your left armpit. Pause here this time. Feel yourself breathe in this shape. As you inhale, notice what expands. And as you exhale, can you wrap the right side of your rib cage towards the left side of your rib cage? And then at the same time, lengthen both of your side bodies equally. As you inhale, press into the floor with your left hand, right arm reaches up. As you exhale, land your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Pause here for a breath. As you inhale, next reach your left arm up, look up towards your left thumb with your right eyeball. As you exhale, thread your left arm underneath your right armpit. Relax your jaw, turn your left ear to the floor. Inhale, right hand presses into the ground, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread left arm underneath right armpit, turn your left ear to the ground. And again, inhale, left arm reaches up. As you exhale, thread left arm underneath right armpit, turn your left ear down. We pause here. As you inhale, notice what happens. As you exhale, see if you can look more over your right shoulder. Maybe if it feels okay for the back of your neck, your chin might turn towards your right shoulder. The left side of your rib cage wraps towards the right side of your rib cage. Both of your hip creases are reaching back. What's your right hand doing? Could you press your left fingernails into the ground? Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, then left hand beside your right hand. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, hover your knees away from the floor. As you exhale, lift your bum up and back, downward facing dog. Just be here, soften through your knees. Can you give more of the weight of your body to your legs, less of your weight to your hands and your wrists and your shoulders, more of your weight to your legs so it feels like a standing posture, standing on your feet. Next time you inhale, lower your knees down to your blanket. As you exhale, step your right foot forward between your thumbs, sink your hips towards your right heel. Let's keep left toes tucked under. Stay here for a breath. Next time you inhale, plant your left hand under your left shoulder, reach your right fingertips forward. As you exhale, turn the left side of your heart towards the right side of your heart, like you're looking underneath your right armpit. As you inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, right fingertips reach back towards your left heel. Let's do that again. Swim your right arm down and forward. Inhale, turn your heart to face towards the floor. As you exhale, turn the left side of your heart towards the right side of your heart. Inhale, right fingertips reach up. Exhale, right hand reaches back. One more time like that. Inhale, right arm reaches forward, look down. Exhale, turn the left side of your heart towards the right side of your heart. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right hand reaches back. Inhale, right arm reaches forward, turn your heart down. As you exhale, land your right hand outside your right foot. Tuck your left toes under if they're not already. Inhale, lift your left knee. Stay here for an exhale. Draw your right hip crease back. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, scoot your left toes just a touch closer in towards your right heel. And then step your left toes even a little closer than that. So you're coming into what feels kind of like a lunge shape, but less of a yoga lunge and like more of a strength lunge. And if it helps to move that blanket out of the way so you feel really stable under those left toes, then you might do that. As you inhale, dip your left knee towards the ground, lift your heart forward. And then as you exhale, send your booty up and back. Start to extend your right leg. Maybe the crown of your head drops towards your right toes. Inhale, dip your left knee towards the ground. Maybe climb your hands up to your right thigh. As you exhale, bring your hands down, lift your booty up. Again, like that. Inhale, left knee comes down. Maybe your hands come up to your right thigh. And as you exhale, lift your bum, bring your fingertips to the ground. Stay here. Extend your right side body more. Root the big toe side of your right foot down. Breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Bend into your left knee. Bring left fingertips underneath your nose, or that left hand could land on either of your legs if it doesn't quite meet the floor. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Reach the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you. Inhale. As you exhale, turn the left side of your heart towards the right side of your heart. Look up towards your right shoulder. Inhale, extend your right arm if that feels good. Stay for the exhale. As you inhale, unravel your twist, soften through both of your knees, relax the back of your neck. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, come up to stand. As you exhale, spin your palms forward, draw your shoulder blades closer together on your back, engage through your belly. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, collect your hands in towards your heart. What's the focus? What's the reason? Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. What's the intention? One more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, split the ceiling with your hands hinge forward at your hips. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet back. Stay here for one breath. Inhale, lower your knees to the ground. Exhale, untuck your toes, sit your bum back towards your heels. As you inhale next, come forward onto your belly. Exhale, create a pillow. Put that in quotes, pillow. I don't know, my hands never really feel like a pillow. Maybe yours too. My hands never really feel like a pillow. Make a pad of sorts for your forehead. And soften your jaw. And feel your belly release against the ground. Notice if it's comfortable or uncomfortable. If, like me, you just ate your weight in tortilla chips, it might be a little uncomfortable. Just notice. for Sphinx pose. Point your fingertips towards the wall in front of you. And land your elbows underneath your shoulders, your wrists down, your forearms down, your palms, your fingertips down. And then bring your inner big toes closer together. And reach all of your toes towards the back edge of your mat. And see if you can root down your pinky toenail as much as you're rooting down your big toenail. And then anchor your belly, anchor your low belly, anchor your pubic bone, anchor that root part of you, that sacral part of you. Root that down and think of tilting your tailbone back towards your heels, and notice how that affects the shape of your spine in this pose. Are you able to create more neutrality through your lower back and more liftedness through your heart by anchoring down through your pubic bone and tilting your tailbone back and down, wrapping your tailbone underneath? So literally cultivating here open-heartedness in just the most literal way. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, widen your elbows, stack your hands, again making that pad for your forehead. Press your hands into the ground underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in towards the sides of your body. Tuck your toes under. And when you tuck your toes under, see if you can lift your knees away from the ground. So engage your legs even though you're just here on your belly. Squeeze your elbows in, lengthen the back of your neck. So even here, there's a line of energy from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And can you tuck all of your toes under? So even your pinky toenail, even your pinky toes are tucked under here. And then start to engage through your belly before you do anything, before you come up. Just letting your body know, hey, we're about to do a thing. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, you're pressing yourself up to a plank or lowering your knees down and pressing yourself up to a supported plank with the exhale. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for an exhale because it's interesting. Stay here for an inhale, use your legs. Exhale, lift your booty up and back. Stay for a breath. As you inhale, lower your knees down. As you exhale, slide your blanket underneath your knees again. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, step your left foot forward between your thumbs. Sink your hips forward towards your left heel. Stay for a breath. Root your right hand underneath your right shoulder. As you inhale, reach your left arm forward. You're still looking down towards your left big toe. As you exhale, use the exhale to turn the right side of your ribs up towards the left side of your ribs. Look underneath your left armpit. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, sweep left fingertips back towards your right heel. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. Turn your heart to face towards your left foot. Exhale, look underneath your left armpit. Turn the right side of your belly towards the left side of your belly. Inhale, left arm reaches up strong through your right fingertips. Exhale, left arm reaches back. Inhale, left arm reaches forward. Look down. Exhale, look underneath your left armpit. Spin the right side of your belly towards the left side. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left hand reaches back. Inhale, left arm reaches forward. As you exhale, land your left hand outside your left foot. Tuck your right toes under if they're not tucked already. Inhale, lift your right knee up. As you step your right foot in a little bit, you might choose to move your blanket out of the way. And step your right toes in a bit more, so it's like you're setting up for more of an athletic lunge and less of a yogi lunge. As you inhale, dip your right knee towards the ground. As you exhale, extend your front left leg, extend your back right leg. Reach your left hip crease towards the wall behind you. Inhale, bend your left knee, dip right knee towards the ground. Maybe climb your hands up to your left thigh. And then exhale, fingertips to the ground. Lift your booty up and back. Inhale, left knee bends, right knee bends. Maybe climb your hands to your left thigh. Exhale, extend your front left leg. Pause here for a breath. Release tension that has accumulated along the back or the sides of your neck. Stay for an inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot up to meet your left foot. Bring your right fingertips underneath your nose. Bend your right knee a lot. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Take an inhale. As you exhale, look up towards your left shoulder. As you inhale, extend your left arm if that feels good. Exhale, left hand comes down. Stay here for an inhale. Stay here for an exhale. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, roll yourself up to stand. Pause for the exhale. Inhale, arms reach around and up. Exhale, hands together at your heart. Remember, what's the reason, what's the intention? Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, split the ceiling, hinge at your hips. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet back. As you inhale, lower your knees to the ground. And as you exhale, keep your toes tucked under. Walk your hands back towards your knees as you sit your bum back towards your heels. And then see, would it be possible to take some of the weight out of your hands and put more of the weight onto your toes? And you'll take it to the degree that makes sense for you. Can you use any discomfort that might arise? Can you use that as an invitation to deepen your breath? Come off of your toes and tap the tops of your feet on the ground. Sit back towards your heels, swing your legs out in front of you. And scoot your booty towards your heels. Let's stack right ankle on top of left thigh. So it's a seated figure 4. Come onto your fingertips and then decide if your back begins to round here. Then create more distance between your left heel and your left sitting bone by scooting your booty back. And if you're not feeling a sensation of stretch for your outer right hip, then scoot your bum closer to your left heel. But let's prioritize again this literal openness of your heart, this liftedness of your heart. And your hands can go however they make sense for you. So it might feel good to point your fingertips towards your booty. Might feel good to turn your hands out. No need for me to micromanage that for you. What's your left foot doing? Can you root your left foot into the ground to support the opening of your outer right hip? Lift your heart. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, scoot your bum back away from your left heel so your left leg extends, and then replace your the sole of your right foot to your inner left leg, and then turn your heart towards that extended left leg. Also helpful if the back of your left leg feels tight and this roundedness, again this closedness of your heart starts to happen when you're sitting here. You can perch your sitting bones on top of a blanket. And frame your left leg with your hands. Inhale, lift your heart towards your left toes. And then exhale, crawl yourself forward. Think of tipping your tailbone back all the time. And then once you get to a place of resistance, you can choose to work there and reach your heart forward and reach your tailbone back. Unlock your left knee and send your breath to the places where you're feeling the sensation. Or you could allow yourself to round over the leg. If like me, maybe it's the end of your day and you're looking to feel more restored from this practice, then maybe you allow the roundedness to happen. You can stack your hands, one fist on top of the other as a place for your forehead to land. Again, not a pillow, but a little something. Gaze towards your left toes, plant your hands down. Lengthen your spine as you inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, pause. Extend your right leg, wiggle your knees if that feels good. Come off of your blanket, or you can stay on your blanket, really. I'm gonna come off of it, but you can stay on your blanket. Root the sole of your right foot to the ground and stack your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Again, find a place for your hands to land, fingertips could point wherever they point, and then start to find the perfect place for that right heel so that your heart is lifted and your spine is neutral, and you are also feeling sensation of stretch along your outer left hip. And you can play with levels of awakeness of your feet, and how does activating your left foot, for example, how does that make the sensations in this pose feel different or not? Notice how creating more space across your heart and more space around your throat, how does that affect your ability to take a deep breath? Stay for an inhale. Exhale, slide your bum back, maybe come up onto that blanket if you're not on it already. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inseam of your right leg and turn to face your right leg more fully. Plant your hands to either side of right leg. Inhale, lift your heart towards your right toes. As you exhale, think of swinging your hips back, swinging your tailbone back on the way down. You might choose to work here in a little bit of a twist. Left side of your ribs turning towards right side of your ribs. Reaching your heart forward and thinking of the crown of your head reaching forward more than bowing down. Or if you want to take a more restorative version and spread that space between your shoulder blades, you could do that. Frame your right leg with your two hands, gaze forward towards your right toes. Start to lengthen your spine, neutralize your spine. Inhale, come up to sit. Exhale, extend your left leg out, come off of your blanket. If you were sitting on one, use the help of your hands to come onto your back. Plant the sole of your left foot on the ground, scoot your hips over to the right, stack your right thigh on top of your left thigh. Take an inhale, open your arms into a T shape. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the left side. And if they don't meet the ground, oftentimes my knees don't meet the ground in a twist and it can feel like a strain for my low back. So if that's like you, you could grab a throw pillow or you could bunch up your blanket as a place for your knees to rest. Maybe look over your right shoulder towards your right thumb. I think it's beneficial the more we can release an attachment to the idea of success around these postures. So releasing the idea or illusion really that going deeper into a pose equals something, equals success or enlightenment or betterness in any way. Inhale, look up. Exhale, use the strength of your belly to return your knees to center. Unravel your legs. Scoot your hips to center, move slowly. With the sole of your right foot planted on the ground, stack your left thigh on top of your right thigh. Scoot your hips over to the left, maybe move your pillow or your blanket over to the other side. Take an inhale. Exhale, let your knees fall over to the right. Look over your left shoulder towards your left thumb. Notice the parts of you that are touching the ground. Stay here for an inhale. As you exhale, look up, return your knees to center using the strength of your core. Unravel your legs. Scoot your hips to center, move slow. Step your feet as wide as the edges of your mat. Let your inner knees drop in towards each other. Bring your hands to your low belly. And can you transmit from your hands to your belly, to yourself, I got you? Can you transmit that feeling? I got you. We got this. And then you could choose to stay here if you're looking for a Shavasana, if you're looking for a final relaxation moment. You could choose to stay here for a little while. Or if you're ready to move on, you could come on to one side, maybe your right side. That's arbitrary, by the way, it doesn't matter which side. And then use the help of your hands to crawl yourself into a comfortable way of sitting. I don't recommend trying to redo your ponytail before you do the crawling. And as you land, pause for a moment, close your eyes. And then again, notice your breath. Lift something up as you inhale, and root something down as you exhale. As you inhale, expand something. As you exhale, release something. And next time you breathe in, reach your arms up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, collect your hands in towards your heart. Acknowledge yourself. Thank yourself for this time, this movement. And float your thumbs up to the space between your eyebrows. The light within me, the teacher within me, and the divine within me acknowledges, honors, cherishes the light, the teacher, and the divine within each of you. Namaste.